Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm moving my love. Yeah, when I wake up I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You're sending messages I can't ignore. No contemplating, come here close to me. I'm bored at home, can't leave the house no more. But I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. You, when I wake up I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart.
How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing real good.
Been friends since 1995. Growing up, same street, you, me, my ride or die. All the years they would grow us apart, yeah. Moved away, but you're still in my heart, yeah. Call you up, how you been? Can we play a rewind? Yeah, those other guys you choose, they don't care, no, like I do. I've been waiting on you. Oh, oh. I've been waiting on you for so long, and it's killing me to see you there with a broken heart. If you knew, I've been waiting on you. Whoa, whoa. I've been waiting on coming like a wrecking ball, crying on me, saying how they make you feel so small. When the rain couldn't get any clearer, I'm the one holding up all your mirrors, baby. Hurry up, back to me, why'd you ever move on? Yeah, you're making me confused. I'm the one that you should choose. I've been waiting on you. Oh, oh.
everybody. I hope y'all can hear me okay. I've adjusted my volume. I hope y'all can hear me okay. Do I sound too low still, or can y'all hear me all right today? Hey, Kim, good to see you. I'm glad you're able to make it. Thanks for coming. Hey, Clancy. Thank you guys for always coming and being supportive. I appreciate you guys. Hey, Remain Calm. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, so good to see you. Yeah, good to see you. Hey, SDA. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all for coming and hanging out with me. Today, I wanted to talk about gravity pull manipulation. Do you guys know anything about it? Are you guys familiar with gravity pull manipulation? I'll tell you how I stumbled across it. I through the years, as we grow up, we notice gravity pull. In my situation, I live in the Tar Heels, and so there's you know spaces here in the state that are gravity challenging, like Boone. Coming down the mountain from Boone, North Carolina, back into Winston Salem. It's scary sometimes. You really feel that gravity pulled in. And the smell of brakes coming down that mountain, right? And they've got all the humps that will slow you down, and all that over there on the right hand side of the road. What do they call it? Gravel and stuff. Um the old shit lane. But yeah. So just throughout time, I've noticed differences in gravity pull. Um, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but if you're on level ground and you set something down that has a heavy bottom, it should stand up, right? It should stand on its own, right? If all elements are available for it to, but then you notice it doesn't. Take for instance my shampoo bottle, or items in my freezer. I've noticed they're on level ground. Why are they falling out? Why isn't my soap standing up on the sink like it should? Why is it still falling over? It's clearly got enough in it that it should stand up and stand on its own. Why is it still falling over? Have any of you guys noticed a gravity pull change? It is manipulated, by the way. We're going to talk about that, and reasons the weather is manipulated, to stop drought. They'll, fly a plane into a cloud. We've seen that. And helping, a storm and that sort of thing. So weather manipulation and gravity pull manipulation has their purpose in science. You've never ever had that trouble, and you're in Ohio. Wonder if it's your elevation compared to me. Wonder if it has to do with your elevation. Well, I'm gonna play a little, a couple of videos actually, and we'll talk about little segments of it here and there. Let me get to the right one. I'm not sure if I want to play that one or not. Let me go to the one that I like better. Let's see here. Okay, manage my history. I want to go to. Hold on one second here. For those that hold on, right here it is. For those that heard my live the other day, I was sort of in my feels and feeling sorry for myself, and I apologize if I came off unappreciative. I guess when you're an artist like me who's independent and doesn't have any backing or support, or you're just single, you're just out there on your own. That's me. Um, every once in a while, you don't feel like your art is being appreciated. Um, and so I guess that's sort of like how I was feeling. But I do know the whole, corporate agenda. I get it. I know exactly why I am outcast. Just know that I know. And I know it really irritates people when I point it out. Okay. Hey, Chihuahua Mom, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. And hey, Harlan Cookie. Harlan County, Kentucky Transparency. Good to see you. I didn't know if you still wanted me to interview you or not, but I'd like to do that. Brad backed out, so I wanted to. I didn't know if you were backing out too. So if you would get with me and let's set it up. Hey, crazy chicken lady. Nobody was live, and I was bored. So, and I really was wanting to talk about this because it's been something I've been studying up on the last few days, and it had me interested. So, yeah, let me know, Harlan County, Kentucky, if you want me to interview you sometime. I'd like to do that. Yep, good to see y'all. Hey, are y'all watching the on another topic real quick? The verdict watch on the Montgomery case? I think it should be a death penalty case. I just work a lot. We can do it this weekend if you want. Okay, great, cool. I do a Saturday night live that is comedic. If you want to join in on that, this Saturday, it's scheduled for I think 8 p.m. We can do that. You can come on my panel. Anybody can come on my Saturday Night Live and just kind of do some comedic stuff. Yeah, I know, right? I think it should be death penalty myself. I'm on my own too. It's all good. You don't have anyone telling you what to do. Exactly. Exactly. And the fact that Easy said that I needed variety, he ain't never watched me, has he? For him to say I need variety, go look at my goddamn playlist. I do nothing but variety. You ain't watched me once. Shut up. So anyway, yep. Okay, so the the guy that I wish I could think of his name. The guy that came out and obliterated his sons. I can't think of his name, but he popped up in my newsfeed today too, wanting his confession taken back. Did y'all see that too? I can't think of his name. I would have to do it during the day before 3, either Saturday and Sunday. Okay, we'll do it Sunday. All right. Good to see you, Cinnamon. Hot, hot. I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Yeah, good to see you. So again, we're talking about gravity pull manipulation and what one in Ohio? I don't know what you meant. There's reasons for it. If you've ever like heard of the saying "mind over matter," that's sort of one of those times when you are manipulating gravity with your thought energy. Okay, so let me go over here too. Yes, thank you for the name there, Cinnamon. I appreciate that. Yes. This guy does a really good job. Let me get through this commercial because I don't pay for premium. Okay. Let me rewind this real here. Okay. All right. And this guy's name is 50 Shades of Shay. He's got some pretty interesting stuff, and he's really good at explaining stuff. So I'm going to play him. And let me share the screen here. I found it interesting if you like science.
An ability that's as common and abundant as the interactive force is based off of, users of gyrokinesis can create, shape, and manipulate gravity. Now, I believe we all know what gravity is, but do we really know what gravity is? Simply put, gravity is a natural phenomenon by which all matter is brought together towards one another. But what is gravity? Is it a force? An energy? What does it consist of? And how do we know it really exists? These are good questions that we don't have the answer to, I assume. I mean, I guess you could just make everything easier and say gravitons, right? But depending on a hypothetical concept wouldn't be that good of an idea. For all we know, gravity just exists, but it could be dependent on a bunch of different factors we can't even consider. That's some heavy stuff, huh? I hope the gravity of this power is starting to sink in, and hopefully.
Okay, he's getting ready to explain it. Let me make sure hope it's on the screen is big for y'all here. Turn the subtitles off here. And I think is it in theater mode, I think? Okay.
Hopefully it attracts your finger towards the subscribe button. But if the pull isn't strong enough to subscribe, the intense weight you still feel can be alleviated by hitting that like and share button. Let's drag other nerds into the superpower singularity with us, will you? Gravity exists and will always exist. A best light in the cosmos goes out and far beyond that. It's believed that after the explosion of the Big Bang that sent an uncountable amount of matter into the universe, things only form with the intervention of gravity. First atoms joining together to make elements that would later become compounds and nebulous clouds that would later become stars. Those stars would attract terrestrial bodies, and on those terrestrial bodies, apples would fall from trees and hit smart people on their heads. Yeah, I think it's obvious that I skipped a lot of details, but you guys get the gist. Sir Isaac Newton observed an everyday phenomenon and was able to identify it, catalog it, and introduce the concept to the world. But he didn't exactly know how it worked either. It just was. Now, we could give the credit to him, and many do, but it's rumored or believed that a few philosophers might have beaten him to the punch prior to the Common Era. For example, it was believed that in ancient Greece that every object had an inner gravitas, or heaviness, that tended to send objects toward a specific point. While in other theories, Roman, thought that objects contain their own specific independent gravity and fall as a result of it, up to the Indians who compare gravity itself to an attractive force.
Are y'all with me? Are y'all still with me? It's going to go on to explain how gravity pull manipulation could make us weightless and be beneficial to us in everyday life. Gravity can impair us from completing tasks. Okay? So if we manipulate gravity to our advantage, we can time travel. Get it? It's science, not conspiracy. It's science. It's a real thing.
Now, this could just be me, but it sounds like these guys, while not having definite proof or the technology of the current day, were right on the money. Gravity as we understand it today is more or less a combination of all these concepts. I find it ironic that just like the actual gravitational force that draws things in, our understanding of gravity comes from a combination of thoughts and observations over time that seem to support each other. Or at least try to. Now this part's going to be a little difficult because at first glance, someone you can see manipulating gravity just seems like they have a variation of telekinesis. You can make things light, heavy, or be able to be manipulated from a distance. And on those merits alone, the ability doesn't sound that impressive compared to the things we've seen telekinetics do. But, like I stated earlier, just because we have an idea of what gravity is, doesn't mean we know exactly what it is. And by that I mean, at our current point in time, we're led to believe that we have no way of actually figuring out what the core of gravity is. It's believed that it exists as waves that interact weakly with matter, but it's so weak it makes it nearly impossible to detect. So weak, in fact, that gravity is considered the weakest out of the 4 fundamental forces. I know that sounds a little off when compared to everything we've seen and heard about what gravity can do, but it actually makes sense. Everything, every object, every person, place, thing has some form of gravitational pull. Now,
Everything has a form of gravitational pull. Everything. Every object has some form of gravitational pull.
we can only observe the phenomenon in larger bodies such as planets, stars, and varying space matter. So while you and I may have our own gravitational pull, it isn't strong enough compared to something like electromagnetism, where we can see it has a distinct, visible effect even on smaller objects. Gravity manipulation in popular culture, however, pretty much ignores or misrepresents this force, oftentimes making it very convenient for the possessor to use. It's portrayed making gravity a force that has an exact cutoff distance, works on specific objects only, or completely disregards Newton's third law of motion, having a one-way interaction between two objects.
Okay. Now, when he was talking about telekinesis and telekinetic power and energy, that's mind over matter. Okay. That's mind over matter. Have you ever thunk something into existence? I have several things. Have you ever thunk something into existence?
That doesn't happen. But don't let those negatives fool you. You'd have a difficult time writing this ability off as useless because it's infinite. In the sense of as long as an object has mass, it has a measure of gravity. But despite what I said earlier, this power is perhaps one of the easiest to assign a meaning to. Symbolically, gravity represents intensity and attraction. Or even simpler, you could just say seriousness. Not getting it? Okay, let me break it down for you further. Hold on. Remember those crappy puns earlier in the video? The word itself is a synonym for its own definition, if that makes sense. Which means when we use the word gravity, we're trying to convey the seriousness of a particular subject. But this also relates to the actual force that, like mentioned earlier, is infinite. But it also has an increasing effect in relation to mass or distance. So, the closer you get to an astronomical object with mass, the more effective its pull on you. The more you get involved in a situation, whatever seriousness it possesses draws you in. And that's why we get idioms such as the gravity of the situation. And inversely, the further you are away from gravity or seriousness, the lighter you either are or can make of a situation, relatively speaking. The uses of this power are shown to have a complex duality to them, in most cases, or at least the ones I'm
let me
thinking
break
of.
that down real quick. When people say a certain type of person just gravitates toward me, I don't understand that. That's the energy you're putting out into the universe, causing a magnetic force, a gravitational pull. Okay? Your aura is putting off an energy that is yes, you get it? Okay, good. All right, here we go.
Known to have an intense side that can attract attention on command, or a lighthearted, almost carefree side that seems as light as the gravity that's around them. Common colors associated with this power are purple. We have the East to thank for that. But if you want to get away with a darker color ranging from black to gray, you could do that. And oftentimes, the power of gravity is closely associated with the control over darkness, allowing the user to create black holes, or its less effective but equally scary cousin that exists in the form of gravitational darkness, which absorbs and crushes anything it envelops. This ability is known for belonging to heavy hitters in its most basic form, as users sport an extremely wide range of attack. And
do you understand that? Bigger, larger personalities have more magnetic pull. The charismatic. Okay. Y'all feel me? Y'all with me? Y'all hear me?
Because of that, you will normally see them play one or two roles. A loner who attacks indiscriminately, or a team player whose abilities may not be as dangerous as the loner, but they can still assist others if needed. Now, with the power to control gravity comes the natural ability to attract and repel objects using a gravitational force, wave, or if they exist, gravitons, via attraction, and repulsion. The user is able to control one's own gravitational field with personal gravity. And because they can do that, they're able to make one's body adapt to different gravitational pressures quicker than normal with gravitation adaptation. They can build off of that and use these abilities to ignore how gravity acts towards them with gravity defiance.
See, gravity has to do a whole lot with our psychology.
They can
When I'm editing for clients, on-point communication is one of the most important parts of the job. It would have saved us so much time and a huge head.
can use gravity to launch projectiles faster and more precise ways than just standard repelling with gravity projectile. Advanced level users are able to attack and defend using the fundamental force with gravity attacks. Remember the graviton mentioned earlier? Users are able to harness these maybe baby particles and give them solid-like properties with gravity solidification. And with that skill, they can shape the solidified force into tools, objects, weapons, or other items with gravity constructs. Because the user's higher than basic proficiency, they have the capability to generate their own source of gravity independent of anything else with gravity generation. And in doing this, the user can produce a gravitational up force, which drastically decreases gravity to perform tasks such as flying with gyrokinetic
Y'all hear that?
light, controlling the ability.
Now they're talking about us being able to fly ourselves around places. You get it? And an advanced user of this pew pew shooting superpowers everywhere. There you go. Pretty cool if you pay attention to this.
To flying others via the control of gravity
It's a real
with
thing.
flight manipulation. The user can simulate enhanced strength and agility by controlling the gravity of an object you interact with, or heck, by even controlling their own gravity. And on the other side of the scale, users are able to increase gravity drastically in a certain area with gravitational downforce. This has the added bonus of destroying an object by enveloping them in a gravity field with crushing. Or, for a non-lethal approach, you can cause the target to adhere to the ground, being unable to move with immobility. The user can bind, imprison, or otherwise stop objects and beings by increasing the gravity around them, or by creating a gravitational vortex or barrier with gravity imprisonment. Expert level users are able to take what we know about gravity and push it to that next level of extreme. The rare users of this classification are capable of creating, shaping, and controlling the pure energy that gravity kicks off, which would be a mix of kinetic energy and gravitational force, with gravitational energy manipulation.
Okay, did y'all hear that? That's the one I was wanting to talk about. The gravitational energy manipulation. Let's see. So we are learning to be superheroes today. Cool. Gonna teach us how to become invisible. No, actually, I thought that this was sort of interesting as far as like hopefully how it will make us more efficient on our planet. The more we become more independent with gravity manipulation in everyday life, right? I thought so.
Making you way more powerful than someone who can just control the gravitational force and nothing produced by it. The user has such a mastery over gravity that they can exclude themselves from its effects in any way, shape, or form with gravity immunity. And overall, don't need gravity to function and survive with gravitational independence.
Gravitational independence will help us move more efficiently. Like ducks in my house. um, it's beyond you. Well, think of it this way. You know how they're studying for us to live on other planets? Um, we can become gravitational independent and use gravity to our advantage. And gravitational pull can be used to manipulate matter, in time and space more efficiently. Is, I guess, does that make any sense? Am I explaining it all right? Let's see. That red glow look like my house. Okay. Um, I can already do that, or is it the shrooms? They're saying this is already a thing. Like this video I'm showing y'all is 2 years old. It's been a thing for a while. I just noticed gravitational pull change, and being interested in science, I decided to Google it, and it brought me to these videos that I'm sharing with you guys. So it's not a new concept and it's not a conspiracy. It's a real thing, just like manipulating our weather when there's droughts in different parts of the world. We've done that since what, the 50s and 60s, maybe even before that. So did the Indians. The Indians also tried to manipulate weather with smoke. Okay, hold on.
The user can bend the laws of physics to create their own gravitational pull that ignores and rivals the gravitational pull of larger objects with gravity infringement. Remember, bigger objects have more gravity. And because the user can infringe on gravity itself, they can manipulate their own weight relative to the surrounding area with weight manipulation, and can control how much pressure is exerted on them from their own source of gravity or others with pressure manipulation.
Okay, this affects mood. Pressure manipulation can affect mood. It's like a barometric pressure. Do you ever notice headaches or you feel bad when the weather is changing? That's air pressure, air pockets. Okay, science. That's why we hurt when the weather changes. See, if we control this, which we are doing already, then we can, alter lots of things. Aging, pain management. If we are weightless, we probably won't have pain, right? Because it's the gravitational pull making us feel depressed, making us have headaches, making us feel heavy, right? There you go, people. It's science.
While ultimate level users, those who have pushed this ability to its limits and beyond, they tend to outclass any user of a lower level. These users cross the threshold of godhood and are capable of manipulating gravity to alter reality itself. For example, a user can bend and compress gravity to such a degree that they create holes in space that can transport them from one location to another via wormhole creation.
Now that freaks me out a little bit. That's where they're talking about time travel and teleporting. That to me is over my head. Yeah, exactly. The damn wrinkles too. That's why we age. That's exactly why we age. Gravitational pull. Yep. So I'm going to shut that off now and we can discuss. What do y'all think? I'm coming in with all the freaky facts. Thanks. I just thought it was sort of interesting in my quest to keep my soap bottle on my counter. Damn thing kept falling over. Yeah, so does anybody want to come up, hang out with me, chit chat with me? Yeah, I went a little early because I have really horrible internet where I am, and they're calling for a storm this afternoon, and the wind picked up outside, and I thought, ooh, I better go ahead and go live earlier than I had planned, just so in case my internet goes out, and it usually it's hard for me to share a screen on my StreamYard when my service is struggling. So I went ahead and went live. Nobody else was live, so I figured why not, right? Why not? Um, Again, thank you, mods and chat and subs who are hanging in there with me during my little rut. And I appreciate you very much for hanging in there with me and loving me and appreciating me and keeping me motivated unconditionally. I appreciate that very much. It does not go unnoticed. And I do see who shares my lives, and I really appreciate you guys, and I want to share you and to celebrate you. And you know, when you come to each other's live, you're coming to each other's art gallery because we're all artists. And I just want you to appreciate my art. That's all. Yep. So it is supposed to, with warm or hot weather, it's the humidity that hurts me. It's weird because warm days I have different pain. I figured you won't hurt. Yeah, you're welcome. Hope Ernie isn't near yet. Definitely would be a tornado. I haven't heard anything about him. I've caught a rumor here and there, but I had family matters and wasn't able to watch everybody like I wanted to. My uncle passed away, and then I had family come in, and so my attention has been spread thin. But I appreciate all you guys hanging in there with me while I muddle through this rut I'm in. Um, and my pouting. I appreciate it very much. Uh, I was pouting. I think it's oxygen related too with wrinkles because oxygen chambers heal the body and anti-aging. Also was thinking it was the good and worms killing us, but then it said wormhole, different worms. Uh, yeah, I appreciate that. It was my favorite uncle too. He was retired from R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company, and he, lived way out in the country, and so I don't know anything about that, but he would, he had this recliner that he would get in, and when I was a little kid, when he would go, the bathroom or he'd go get himself a drink or something, I'd rush and jump in his recliner and pretend like I didn't know it was his chair, and I wouldn't get up, and he'd tickle me out of it. And he was just a really, really, really good uncle. So it hit the family kind of hard, even though, we don't live forever. I mean, he's in his 80s, so I guess it's to be expected. But I don't know about y'all, but 80 seems like 60, and 60 seems like 40. And 40-year-olds seem like 20-year-olds. Do y'all feel like that? Do y'all feel like that? Hey, Bam Bam, good to see you. I'm into pre-modern abstract art myself. I'm just scrolling YouTube straight. Thank you. I have smoked plenty of his work. Okay, awesome. My dad outlived his brother. My uncle was 80 when he passed. Thank you. I appreciate that. Aria Camel, that's the cleanest cigarette that they make. They are known for having the cleanest, the least amount of trash, if you will, the less stomped on, I guess. Adam's not in court and is found guilty. Awesome. He didn't even come to get. God, what a loser. Hey, Tattoos, good to see you. Yeah, again, I apologize for being pouty the other day. I was in my feels, and I was feeling underappreciated, underloved, underwanted, unwanted, abandoned. No, I was though. Silly, isn't it? It's silly. I guess I was just feeling raw emotion from so much happening at one time. So I appreciate y'all giving me a safe space to come and hang out and express my art, express my emotions, and share my trials and tribulations and things that I've picked up and learned might help you or a cousin or nephew or aunt or uncle or neighbor or church member. So just try to share what's helped me. You know, you're 25. I feel like I'm like, I don't know, man. Some days I still feel like I'm 15. I think that's where my arrested development is around 15. And I was forced to have an abortion when I was 15 with a boy that I was madly in love with. So it kind of put things in motion for me. I think at 15, I may have stopped maturing emotionally, and I think I definitely have some arrested development because that year of my life, which would have been 1985, there was a lot of great things happening in my life, and then there was a lot of traumatic things happening in my life. And so it's interesting when people say, "What year would you go back to?" I would go back to 1985, and I would change some things. I would do some things differently. I would have stood up for myself, and I wouldn't have waited until 17 to run away. I would have ran away at 15 and kept the baby. So when people say, "What would you go back and tell your younger self?" That would be it. Keep the baby and run. That's what I would have gone back and told her. Run sooner, run away sooner. That's what I would have done. So I kind of feel like that's where I'm at emotionally. I think I'm stunned. I think that like my ex-husband, when we would argue, he'd say, "It's like talking to a 15-year-old when I'm talking to you." And so I asked my counselor, I feel like a 15-year-old when we're fighting. Why is that? And they explained arrested development to me. I was in my 20s when they explained all that to me. They said, "This is why you feel like you are stuck emotionally and you can't get past certain traumatic experiences." And that would be it. I feel 70. You do not. You're gorgeous, Kim. I don't know. Could choose not to be in court. I know, right? I thought everybody had to go. I never knew that that was even a option. See, I gotta go. Okay, bye. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you keeping the spirits up with us. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, Dark Knight was. So you're stuck there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. And then the Bible Belt. So I got picked on so bad I wound up quitting school. I dropped out, and then I got pregnant again to replace the one that I was, made to kill. So I've never forgiven myself for not standing up to those people in my life. And so it's imperative that I stand up for myself now and today. And I don't go with the way of the crowd. And I do walk with a different beat, different drum. And so it's really important to me that I'm a gypsy this stage in my life, that I don't let anyone control me, no one. And I know sometimes people will say, "Well, I'm just trying to mentor you." No, you're not. Because if I don't take your advice, then you're angry or you lash out or you troll me, or if I go my own way, even though you've given me your advice, you should still support me and let me make my mistakes. Let me be independent of you. Let me be my own self for the first time in my fucking life. And let me go through the mistakes. I don't want to hear about how it was going to go down. Let me live through it. You know, there's a lot to be said about, your own experiences. Thanks, Kim. I appreciate that. Mine would be to take care of myself first. I was raised to take care of everyone else and had to learn to take care of myself first recently. I'm smart, but guess didn't have common sense with that one. I understand that because, this is something I used to tell people in my family because we have mental illness in my family. Well, my physical health is great. Who cares if your legs work but your mind doesn't? What good are your legs if your mind is blown, right? Your mental health is the most important. What good is everything else if you're batshit crazy? Seriously, just a thought. We are all stuck somewhere. It's the truth. We've all been traumatized, right? I miscarried at 16 weeks. Was it meant to be? That's okay. I have my son now. If that makes sense. Yes. Yes. I just feel like I've been paying for that my entire life. I guess it's the Southern Baptist in me, the hellfire damnation. I'll be living, you know, trying to live that down for the rest of my life. And going through something like that in the Bible Belt, unwed, fornicating, adulterating, heathen, murderer. And so then I become a drunkard. Ho. Just to add, I just wanted to make sure I got all the sins in there and glutton. Made sure I ate some fried chicken in there too. Y'all should have a fried chicken emoji. Feel free to use it anytime I mention chicken. We need those antibodies. They're our power. That's what X Factor says. We need those hormones in chat. You got to be able to laugh at yourself, man. When you screw up, you got to laugh at yourself, you know? You know what I'm saying? And Rabbit just bottom lined it for me today. Bless her heart. If y'all aren't subbed to her, go sub to her. That's the way they say it here in the South. Just bottom line it. Cut through the chase and bottom line it. Am I being a brat? Yeah, you're being a spoiled brat. Shut the fuck up. Thanks. Just bottom line it. There's our chicken emojis. Right. Oh, why do you think that Jesus died for us, Gypsy? That's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh, Lord have mercy. Uh, Hold on one second. Let me check something here. I've never done an interview. How do we do this one? Okay. Well, what will happen is I will drop a link down in the chat Sunday when we schedule our interview. You'll click on that link and then close out of your YouTube. I'll talk y'all through it. And then when you're up on panel, I'll just ask you some questions. You know, that's all. No big whoop. Um, okay, I was gonna go over. I think I got. Y'all pray for Lulu. Today is her brother's service. She lost. So y'all be thinking of Lulu too. We really care about our family over at Rabbits. They're good people. Um, I know I get in my feelings and stomp off, and they all are very understanding and gracious. And I just really appreciate them all over there. They know how to talk to me without being degrading, and I like that. So, just a shout out to them. Um, and keep her in your, yeah, please. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me put this up here for, that's got to be so hard, y'all. I buried an uncle, but she's buried a brother, y'all, in the service. Y'all know how hard that's going to be. Bless her heart. She's got a lot going on. I forget to bring my drink. I did. Okay, so I was going to switch this to, it is on subscribers only. Okay, good. Is everybody in here a member? If you're not, they're $1.99. If you're interested in becoming one, I want to start doing members only lives at least once a week. Maybe I'll do my Saturday Night Live on. I need to know how to link it. I have been interviewed a lot and had a documentary did about medicinal harvesting. Okay, I think, did we friend each other on Facebook? Because I'm on Facebook and we could talk on Messenger. I'm Cynthia, the Real Gypsy Soul Gobble. If you just put the Real Gypsy Soul on Facebook, I'll pop up. And then hit me up and we will, I'll talk you through it on Messenger. Yeah. Hey, Mama up too. Good to see you. SDA says, I always said if I had a daughter and she got pregnant, I would support her. And I kept my word, just saying. I think my family panicked. I don't think they meant to bring me any harm. I think they wanted what was best for me and had hopes that I would go to college. I had expressed interest in going to Appalachian State University. And they knew it was going to change the trajectory of my life, which it did. But at the time, I guess I had emotional needs more than academia, and I was trying to fill that void. Both my parents, my stepmother and my father, were professionals. They had careers. One was a part owner in a business, and so it took them away from home a lot when we became of age. And I believe sometimes that's the age you need to be at home, is when we are going through all the metamorphosis that we do when we become a teenager and young adult, and all the things that happen, the trials and tribulations of high school. So unfortunately, hindsight's 2020. I was a latchkey kid, and um, you know, such is life. Here we are. Okay. Repeat that Facebook name. The Real Gypsy Soul. Just type The Real Gypsy Soul. My first name is Cynthia. Here, I'll put it up here on my banner for you. Where is it? It says Cynthia right here. There's my email, but that's my name on Facebook also. Cynthia Gobble is my real name. My stage name is The Real Gypsy Soul. I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like in the days of old, as we sail into the mystic. Dun, 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 dun. He had a doctor's appointment today. Yep. Okay, I was gonna go to my, I think I did a, is that you? Somebody's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing the bell. Do me a favor. Open the door and let me in. Okay, I'll friend you. How you doing? You found me. Awesome. There you go. Aren't y'all a cute couple? Oh. Oh, very nice. They do a lot. Black Mountain Man is where I go listen to bluegrass. I love Black Mountain Man. Alrighty. Good to meet you. Thank you. Yeah, we'll hook up on Messenger there, and okay, here's some more requests. Let's see. Yeah, I accept anybody. I don't try to hide from the world. I think it's silly. We used to have things called phone books, people. You know, all I ask is a Christmas card. You got my address? Send me a Christmas card. I really like to decorate my home with a Christmas card. I think it's the prettiest thing to have. Walk in and see Christmas cards all along the banister there. I think it's so pretty. I knew a 12-year-old, she had a baby. Her parents took the baby away, fucked her up after that. Her mom and dad were doctors. Oh, wow. So sad. That's sad. You have a lot of family in town, Gypsy. I believe they've all gone home now. They've all gone back home. Yep, I think they've all gone back. Yeah, good to meet you. I've got family all over, really do. I've got family in Germany. I got family in Australia, family in Thailand, family in Alaska. Me neither. I just hate them stupid scam mess. I know. I hear you. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my poll here, and do me a favor, open the door and let him in. I love the Beatles, man. Do 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 do. Okay, I'm going to read this for everybody that was at Rabbits. Thank you for allowing me an open space for art expression and appreciating me. I apologize for unloading on you guys when I was overwhelmed earlier this week and I pouted, or I was pouting. I appreciate you for sticking it out with me unconditionally. I hope to grow positively from this experience. Thank you, White Rabbit, for bottom lining it, as we say in the South. I heard ya. I love that saying, Crazy Chicken Lady from Brab. And he goes, y'all heard me? He just brings so much joy to my life. I swear, he keeps me laughing. Sometimes he doesn't even know that I'm there. I'm there in the bushes and I'm just listening to him because he is so damn funny, y'all. That is um Brad. If y'all would put his in chat, I'd really appreciate it. Y'all are probably already subbed to him. Everybody in here probably already is. Um Thank you, Julie. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support and your donation. I really, really appreciate that. My son really thanks you for that. He got a pizza. um, you're awesome, Julie. I really appreciate you. He farts. Well, of course he does. We all do. Crazy chicken lady. Thank you very much for coming, Julie. I appreciate you so much. Brad farts. Of course he does. That's so funny. Are you saying he's full of he's full of hot air? Brad is raw and raunchy. I mean, if you like going to the comedy club, that's where he should be. He needs to be on stand up at a comedy club. He's got raw material. And you never know if he's full of shit or not. You know, you never know if he's really full of shit. Uh, and I don't think he is. I think he's 100% has experienced these things. I really do. It's the wrong banner. The hell. Let's put this there. He's just hilarious, I think. I just appreciate his comedy so much. Thank you. On live. Oh, we did? I didn't know that. I wasn't there. Don't talk to him. Oh, yes. Yes. He's definitely a one of those raunchy comedians. He's definitely raunchy. Yeah, he comes with a trigger warning. Just wanted to know if you knew he was wrong. I don't know. Wrong about what? I don't think he wants to be right. Yeah, he's just 100% comedian, man. Yeah, you've got to have the stomach for it, right? Oh, me. Um, okay. Yeah, I don't either. I take a lot of medicines for my gut issues, so I don't. I like very rarely. I stay deflated and dehydrated, undercompensated. I need to write a rap song. Maybe they don't see it. They're sick. Oh yeah. Shit, I forgot again. Okay, I'm squirreling. I'm being squirrely. I was gonna go to my freaking community wall and tell y'all what my why can't I get there? View channel. Community. There we go. Oh yeah, my poll questions. Here we go. Sorry. Um I've posted some more videos on gravity pull if you're interested in more information on it. Um and then let's see. Oh yeah, I don't know if I've mentioned this or not, but Elon Musk says brain chip patient can control computer mouse with thoughts. So I thought that was interesting. I shared that article. Elon Musk says brain chip patient can control computer mouse with thoughts. I thought that was interesting. And then I took a poll just because here the weather has just been unseasonably beautiful. I have already turned on the air conditioner in my home this year. 61% said no, but 39% said yes out of 41 votes. That's a lot of people that have already turned on their AC. And another thing, I love fragrances. Do y'all like perfume and cologne and body sprays? I do. And so I came across this gal, Laureen Wenjuri. She has some Arabian fragrances, which I kind of like the notes that are in Arabian perfumes and fragrances. So I shared that if you're interested in discovering some new scents for the season. These are the best Middle Eastern fragrances, must have Arabian fragrances that are intoxicating. I shared that on my wall. I shared Candace Owens' podcast 2 days ago. I'm feeling good about 2024, she says. The public has never been more awake. Propaganda just ain't hitting the same. Masks are slipping. People intuitively know who is working for who and who is working against our country. Feels like a year of clarity. That was Candace Owens on her podcast. Okay, and those were, I think that's all that I shared this last couple of days that I've been out. Um, yeah, I think that's all that I shared so far. Yeah, I was just kind of feeling defeated. Um, when you put so much time and energy into your production and your art, and you don't get any love back, it kind of hurts your feelings. So, again, I'm sorry that I passed that crushed ego onto you guys, and love you guys, and I'm glad y'all are still here. So, those are some of the topics that I shared on. You like perfume too? Hey, Mama of Two, good to see ya. Yeah, I'm curious to see what these smell like. I like you're a body spray person. Yeah, me too. I love it. I used to sell Giorgio when I was a teenager. You know those girls that stood there with the gold jacket, and it gave me such a headache. Can't wear it. Yeah. Sometimes I can only wear like the body lotion. You get sick. I understand. Hey, D Boss. Good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Always good to see D Boss. Yeah. Giorgio, yeah. Yeah. That tall, skinny bottle. I loved the jacket. I smelled like that all the time. I walked my car smelled like it. All my clothes smelled like it. My sister loved it. It was one of her favorites. Yeah. We made a good commission off that when I was working at the mall. For a teenager, it was really good commission. I sold Giorgio and I sold Lancome Cosmetics. I was like 18. Some of my first sales jobs. My very first job in sales was when was 15. I got a job at a clothing store called Mother and Daughter, and it paid me $3.25 an hour plus commission. And I liked getting that commission check. And I remember going to see a couple of concerts with my commission check, selling pantyhose and dress clothes for professional women, and church clothes, and the little patent leather shoes in the children's department. Mother and Daughter, yeah, here in North Carolina. Oh, Sunflowers by Elizabeth Arden. Yes, I love that. I like Happy too. I like Happy. A friend of mine always wears that, and when I get around her, it's almost like a grapefruit kind of smell. I love that. Hey, Grim Secrets, would you like to be a mod? I only want to mod those who want to be. Some people don't like it because it brings hate. um, would you let me know if you're interested? I don't ever mean to mod people and they not want to be, so I'm gonna ask from now on. Would you like to be? Happy does smell good. There's different versions of it now. There's another one too that I like by Givenchy called, is it Armorage? What is it called? It's called a Mirage. A Mirage? Is that it? And it has almost like ginger kind of scent to it. Did y'all see Adam Montgomery was found guilty? Hell yes. I wish he had gotten the death penalty. I do. I wish that had been a death. I can, but I'm not good at it. Yeah, but it helped. If you don't mind, it helps me when nobody shows up to have you around. Thank you. There's your blue jacket. You know the feeling of what? Which one? What was I talking about? The perfume, or anyone remember X? Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and y'all remember Babe's Love Soft? Yeah. hmm he was the one that I read to you guys the other day, SDA, where they used lime. They folded her up, squished her in a bag, and poured lime on top of her. That's Adam. That's Adam Montgomery. He was found guilty, but it's my understanding. You're welcome. I think so too. Hell yeah. I agree. But he won't. They're saying, I think he's going to get life, but his girlfriend cut a deal and isn't going to do but what they say 10. and she'll get access to her children again? I'm asking. I don't know for certain. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate Grim very much. Yes, he's the one that I was covering the other day, and he used the lime and carried her to work in a cooler and put her. He was a chef, a cook. Put her in the refrigerator at work with the food, with the other food. It was the craziest case I've ever heard in my life. And wait do you hear this, SDA? They were living homeless, but he had 6,000 in the bank. It was it's I covered it last week. It was the details are just I can't my mind just can't get around. I don't know what drugs they were on that any of that made sense to them. Who is your dealer? Okay, well she told us who their dealer, but they were like living camping in their car outside the dealer's apartment complex. He was buying them pizza, and they got 6,000 in the bank. Make this make sense? He went and bought a grinder and a U-Haul, and they're living homeless in a car. Guy's not making a lot of sense. He was arrested living in his car, and he had money in the bank. It's crazy. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. He looked at me mean. But he looked at me mean, Ma. What was I gonna do? But he looked at me mean. I mean, there were some wires not firing all the way in her brain. Something was not something ain't right. So also want to apologize to X Factor at the sheer mention of my name and chicken caused Leslie to go all batshit on X Factor. So if we could put some more hormone chicken in chat for X Factor, we are preying on you, chicken leg lady. That was crazy. I couldn't sleep real good. My arthritis was acting up big time in my left hand, and I've got a compression glove, but it wasn't compressing it enough. You know what I mean? So I was up and listening to a little bit of X Factor. I'm subbed to X Factor, but I'm not subbed to Leslie, so I had to go back and rewind to see what X Factor was live about. But anyway, so that was kind of crazy. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, Mama of Two of Us, 4.99 super sticker. Thank you very much. You're awesome. That is fantastic. Thank you so much. That really helps me stay in the game. I appreciate you so much for appreciating my work. Crazy Chicken Lady. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, she put chicken legs. Is that the emoji that I put that I added, or is that did she said she was gonna delete it, so I screen recorded a little bit of it. I did screen record a little bit of it. I do not have Cash App or PayPal. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Thank you very much. Yes, that's the perfect way to support my channel. Um, yeah, that's I guess she did. Yes, thank you so much. I screen recorded the part where she was saying that Leslie got upset with her for mentioning my name, and the chicken, I guess, got her enraged. She didn't like to see the chicken at all. I don't know why. I got nothing against Leslie. I haven't seen her talk to her in forever. I knew this YouTuber. He only talked to you if you sent him money. What? Oh, really? That's crazy. Gypsy, keep moving forward. You are creative and strong willed. Unfortunately, it's drama that sells and gets the big numbers. Just keep doing your thing. You got this. Don't give up. Thank you, D Boss. I really appreciate that. That's all I need to hear sometimes, you know. Um, It's not really the money, but that seems to be how people are rewarded here for their efforts. But this is really more than anything. It really is, just to keep us encouraged, means the world. It seems like coming here, you're valued on numbers. And so every once in a while, I get caught up in that too. And I look at my numbers and then I panic and I say, yeah, I suck. Right. My numbers look like my ninth grade report card. No, 10th grade report card. Definitely 10th grade. Definitely 10th grade report card after I met certain people and discovered weed. That's kind of what my numbers look like. Y'all feel me? Y'all heard me? That's kind of like what it looks like. He had over 1 million subscribers. Wow. Wow. Yeah. I like smaller chats where you are more intimate, and you can get, better feedback. And if you're crowded and interested in your topic, you can change it and it's no big whoop. Um, Gypsy, we're a woman, money makes us right. Yeah, I know exactly, right? I should do a skit with what is her name? Money changes everything. What's her name? She sings Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Cyndi Lauper. She sings Money Changes Everything. Or I could do Madonna. I could probably easily do Madonna and do a Material Girl. I should do a skit, a parody, a Saturday Night Live parody of Madonna. Do I have a pink dress? Living in the material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in the material world, and I am a material girl. I, I, a material girl. Oh, me. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and head off here and go start some lunch. And I don't know if anybody else is anybody else live? You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. Living. I'm gonna talk about another topic that popped up while I was researching this on gravity pull manipulation. And I shared a video on it, and I'm going to cover it. And it is called, here, let's see, where did it go? How to manipulate your energy. And it talks about how to break out of a rut, how to break out of an emotional rut. I may do this tomorrow and move whatever I was going to do tomorrow, do another day. How to manipulate your energy to create quantum events in your life. It if Kim is listening, it was very interesting because it said that, and you know how like I'm real salty about certain things that have happened in my life. Sarah's got that right, and I don't really understand why it happened. This says events that happen in your life are neutral. You determine whether it is a positive or a negative event in your life. And if you look at everything as, say, um, a blessing in disguise, everything is a positive experience, and there is something to be learned, gained, and grow from each experience. Take, for instance, when my daughter was murdered. If I looked at it in a negative way, I would say, why does God hate me? Why is he punishing me? Why did this bad thing happen to me? and that would get me stuck in an emotional rut of negativity. Or I could look at it like this and say, God rescued her from a long life of addiction and risky behavior. You know, in other words, he saved her. He was a saving grace for her. Yes, it hurt me, but this was about saving her. And I should look at it in a positive way and say, you know, I was able to grow in this way, that way, and the third, as opposed to the earlier. Does that make sense to y'all? So I'm going to cover this. I think it would be beneficial to me, and I hope that it is for you to share what I'm learning and trying to get through this stage in my life and trying to be a better person for me, my family, and for you, and just entertain you and you know make you have a better day. You know, hopefully somebody will learn something from it. You're welcome. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys very much and your support. So I think that that is like a good way, a good perspective to sort of make, you know, turn this rut upside down, right? And look at it as like, okay, I've raised my kids. Now it's time for me to not worry about all them. Maybe it's time for me to let my hair down and relax and stop being worried about every moment of the day and being hypersensitive and hyper focused on preparing myself for the worst all the time. Now maybe I need to look at it everything as a positive, and now it's my turn and me and Ken's time to be you know a married couple again. Now that the kids are grown, we should be able to go on a date, and I should look forward to those sorts of things now. And I am now, and so you know everything's a learning curve, right? So again, I appreciate y'all let me get in my feels and stomping off with my toys and my Barbie dolls, and I'm back with them. I came back, and I didn't rip their heads off, and I didn't cut all their hair off. So, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna head on. I hope y'all have a great afternoon, and y'all be safe. It's supposed to storm here in the South today. Bye.
How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing real good.
Bye-bye. Thanks now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Go, Monty, go, 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 go!
He's got green grass in front of him. He's at the 5. Touchdown!
Woo!
Bada bing, bada boom! Get over here! Get out of here!
Say, serenity now! Serenity now!
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm a nobody. I'm a loser. I'm a bum. I'm a bozo. I'm neither here nor there and all that jazz. Yeah.
Always on
on my mind. I could be alone, but you're never far from sight. As far as we go, through the darkest night, I hope it brings you peace of mind. I know we'll be alright, no matter where you go. Always on my mind. I could be alone, but you're never far from sight. As far as we go, through the darkest night, I hope it brings you peace of mind. I know we'll be alright. You can find me alone in this cold place, no face, and slave to this place and time. With a mystery unsolved like a cold case, and highways disgraced by a state of mind. Drinking strange water, leave a sour taste. Been looking for my soul in the haze prime. Getting kinda dull to this heartbreak as my heart shakes like the waves in a baseline. Boom. The good girl grows too strong. Stay by the light of the moon. And it gets better. Bad thoughts will change like the weather. Be like a song you can't remember. See you in December, so know you'll be coming home. Soon after you'll be gone, no matter where you go. Always on my mind, and I could be alone, but you're never far from sight. As far as we go, through the darkest night, I hope it brings you peace of mind. I know we'll be alright, no matter where you go. You're always on my mind, and I could be alone, but you're never far from sight. As far as we go, through the darkest night, I hope it brings you peace of mind. I know we'll be alright now. Been trying to delay what the days take. Find myself locked up. Can't escape this, there's no way. Now haunted by the mistakes. Big stacks like chips on a small blind. High tax to pay for lost time. Build yourself up from whatever's left of us, and the parts that stayed behind. Parts that stayed behind. Parts that stayed behind. No matter where you go, always on my mind. I could be alone, but never far from sight.